A holiday edition of Big 12 today here on Big 12 Radio. This is the Big 12 Conference. This is a different league. Heard on TuneIn, where you just heard T-Chains in his sports update, covering all things Big 12. Nicely done. With Ari Timken, I'm James Westling. We are on Big 12 Studios, the Big 12 Fast channel. And you could also hear all of these Big 12 bowl games. There are so many right here on TuneIn on Bowl Season Radio. Bowl Season Radio returns for another season. They provide exclusive national audio coverage of all the college bowl games, carrying 18 postseason matchups, many of them featuring Big 12 teams from December through February, including the college football playoffs. So Big 12 Radio and Bowl Season Radio teaming up right here on TuneIn. We'll be previewing many of these Big 12 bowl games later on in the show, but we are currently bringing you our Big 12 Today all-conference teams. We've done the offense. We're over to the defense now. We dive into the secondary. We've got first team, second team, and third team. One guy, one position, cornerbacks. So, Ari, you have the floor.
So we have two groups left after by my count?
We have safeties and linebackers.
Yeah, two groups.
Unless we're doing special teams.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't we do special teams?
Why wouldn't we?
Place kicker, punter, returner.
So,
long snapper.
I'd say definitely long snapper. Easy pick.
All right. My third team cornerback is Colorado corner Preston Hodge.
Okay.
13 PBUs, an interception, had 56 total tackles. Led the Big 12 in pass breakups and passes defended, and was all Big 12 honorable mention. I mean, he was hurt by the fact that he was on a bad team, but he was the best player, arguably, on a bad team this year. And, certainly could recognize Bryce Pollock, who's a guy that just missed my list, or Dalton Johnson, Smith Snowden, Latrell McCutcheon. Like, there's tons of guys on this list that didn't make my top three, but I liked just Preston Hodge, the overall numbers, again, 56 total tackles, so he had to make a lot of tackles on an island, deep in the secondary because of Colorado's front. So Preston Hodge, for me, third team, all Big 12 corner.
All right, Preston Hodge, also a transfer to Colorado from Liberty. Who is the best Liberty transfer on the Colorado football team this season?
Yeah, no question about that, huh?
How wild is that? Love the pick. All right, my third team, all Big 12 cornerback. I am going with Evan Johnson from BYU. 6 foot, 185 pounds. He's been with BYU since 2022. He's a guy that kind of steadily worked his way up the depth chart. Didn't play much his first year there. All Big 12 second team per PFSN's rankings. He had 4 interceptions, including a pick 6 and a huge, I thought, turning point in BYU's early part of the season. If coaches are breaking the season down into thirds, I thought his pick 6 right before halftime against East Carolina, which was like week 3 of the season, totally swung that game and put it out of reach. It was a massive play. He also had 44 tackles. He had a ton of PBUs. He even had a sack. Like, he's a guy that will not only be in a lot of man-to-man coverage situations on an island against the opponent's best receiver, but he'll even blitz off the edge. I love Evan Johnson from BYU.
All right, and this is great because I'm sure our lists are going to be very different, and we've had some other position groups where our lists have been virtually the same, so this is great. There's a lot of options here.
Yeah.
My second team, all Big 12 corner, is Trey Dan Stukes, the Arizona corner. I had to recognize at least one of the two between he and Dalton Johnson because of how disruptive those guys were. When you think about Arizona's defense, their corners were as good as anybody in college football. 52 tackles for Trey Dan Stukes, 6 pass breakups, 4 interceptions, and 1 sack. Arizona had 2 corners with 4 interceptions this year between he and Dalton Johnson. So, again, they were very disruptive as a secondary and had to have representation from the best secondary in the Big 12, given what they did for interceptions. Trey Dan Stukes, my second team, all Big 12 corner.
Yeah, I love what Anthony did on Big 12 Studios, a unanimous second team, all Big 12 today, cornerback. Between the two of us, because this is the one that we both hit on, Trey Dan Stukes, the corner from Arizona. He's a prototypical NFL corner, or Arizona corner. They like him long, with really long arms and those wingspans. 6'2", 198 pounds. A great story. He joined Arizona as a walk-on before he earned a scholarship, and he's just blown up as a defensive leader. All Big 12 first team, third team All-American from the AP this season. He had those 4 interceptions. He had 24 solo tackles, up in the 50s when it comes to assisted tackles as well. He had some massive, momentum-changing plays, which is a thing I look for. But a high-coverage corner, ball skills. He's got the catch radius. He's got the size. Trey Dan Stukes is my second team, all Big 12 corner as well.
Well, I stand corrected. I guess we don't have a variety, but obviously such an incredible performer this year. Hard to not go his direction. Okay, curious if we're going to have the same first team, all Big 12 corner.
I don't think we are.
Mine is Keith Abney, the Arizona State corner. First team, all Big 12 corner. When you think about the loss of Xavier Alford and what that meant to the secondary, Abney just was phenomenal. 12 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. When you think about just the variety of disruption, not just in the interceptions, but in forced fumbles, creating turnovers, generating big plays for Arizona State, I just think that the disruption profile for me is what set him apart from everybody else, and the ability to both take it away through interceptions and forced fumbles.
Big-time game changer. All right, my first team, all Big 12 cornerback, is Bryce Pollock from Texas Tech. And I know you're thinking, well, Texas Tech is so good up front, and those linebackers are like hybrid edge/safety guys that can play all over the field, so the job for the cornerback is easy. Well, Bryce Pollock, even with limited throws, his direction still led the Big 12 in interceptions with 5. He also had 7 pass breakups, top 10 in the country, all Big 12 first team, an All-American according to Pro Football Focus, transfer from Mississippi State where he started for the Bulldogs in 2024. Tremendous length, 6 foot, 195 pounds. He's going to be a pro. He started all 13 games, had 46 tackles, and held opposing quarterbacks to one of the lowest passer ratings in the nation when he was targeted on throws. They leaned on him as a lockdown outside cover corner. Bryce Pollock is my first team, all Big 12 cornerback. The Mississippi State transfer who started his career at Charlotte was a 3-star recruit out of high school and has had a tremendous season.
And you can see this in the highlights, but anecdotally, just watching Texas Tech this year, this dude did not miss an open field tackle. He was consistently one-on-one in situations down the field, and he just is as sure-handed as it gets. And that's, I think, the big secret about Tech's defense is not just that their front 6 is really good. It's not just that their defensive front is really good. It's that they're very, very good everywhere. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't pick Bryce Pollock because I had some Texas Tech fatigue. I was trying to give love to other schools. I mean, I should have had Bryce Pollock on my list, but I wanted to add Preston Hodge because, my goodness, we haven't mentioned most of these other schools in the Big 12.
Right.
But it makes sense because Texas Tech has been a runaway freight train, especially on defense.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Putting these lists together, and really over the collection of the last week, it's like so many Texas Tech guys, so many BYU guys. It's like, well, it makes sense.
Right.
They played in the Big 12 championship game. So I hear you on that. All right, coming up next year on Big 12 Today, we are brought to you, the full-time fan, by Modelo. It's a holiday edition of Big 12 Today on Big 12 Radio. We are chatting with Shahan Jayaraja, our good buddy, national college football writer for CBS Sports. He'll touch on the BYU Notre Dame series, among many, many other topics with Shahan after the break. This is Big 12 Today. This is the Big 12 Conference. This is a different league.